So a couple of days ago when Apple launched their new self-service repair portal, my good buddy Sam from iUpdate hit me up and he said, Luke, I've got this iPhone 12 Pro that needs to have a screen replacement, so what if I come over to your studio and we fix it up? And I was like, heck yeah. So we tried it out, Apple's self-service repair. The experience was the bomb! It did not break.
Yes, it did.
What is going on, Apple?
This is something else.
Holy shit, bro. Can you get the chicken nuggets, please?
Interesting. So let's get into it. It is I, Fancy Luke, once more coming to you on behalf of today's very fancy sponsor, Masterworks. Masterworks lets you access investments most would have only dreamed of in the past, investments the wealthy have had a monopoly on for centuries, and now 85% of wealth managers recommend it too. I'm talking about contemporary art. Masterworks has so far sold 3 paintings, and they've returned over 30% net IRR to their investors. Of course, past performance is no guarantee of future results, but 30+% is an astonishing return. Very fancy, especially in a time where the stock market is stagnating and investment firms like JP Morgan are stating that alternatives are no longer optional. Now might be the perfect time to diversify your portfolio with work from artists like Banksy, Basquiat, and Picasso, to name a few. If you want to join Masterworks' other fancy investors, it's as simple as heading to the link in the description below to skip the waitlist and join Masterworks. So check that out today, and now let's get back into the video. So as you may know, Apple recently launched their self-service repair program, which allows normal people like you or me to repair our own iPhones. They offer OEM parts as well as the instructions and tools for repairing your iPhone. And so Sam thought, hey, let's try it out. So for $50, you can rent the equipment that you need to replace a display or a battery or anything like that. And well, it's really something. Oh my God. One.
That's a small one.
That's the freaking.
That's a small one. Come on, boy.
You want to repair one phone. This is what they're sending you. Let's start with the small one. Oh God, they can't even see me now. So it's a heated display removal fixture. This is a big thing. Dude, is this an iMac power cable?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Good God. Dude, this is for one screen replacement. This is a press. Oh, it's a timed press?
Bro, is that gonna blow up?
You guys, if you're watching this, the bomb! What do I do?
Dude, how is a normal person gonna...
Okay, I figured it out.
How is a normal person gonna do this?
Any normal person, for $50, they will mail this to your house. What? And then these...
Oh, be careful.
Oh, so these are the bits. Okay, that's good. That's good. They give you all the tools. This is for one screen replacement. Well, I'm drowning. Well, good luck.
Thanks, man.
Have fun.
Okay.
Let's go do that now.
Where's the black stick?
What does it say?
E73? What is E73? Oh, is this real? Are you real right now? Are we fixing an iPhone?
So this is what you get if you pay $50 for the Apple Toolkit, which you kind of are expected to do because the repair manuals that Apple provided use these tools. Now, why is that the case? Well, these, as you might imagine, are exactly the same tools and in fact exactly the same repair manuals that the Genius Bar employees get. Now, if you are an inexperienced person and you want to see what it's like to repair an iPhone yourself using Apple's tools, Sam and I worked on this video where he replaced the screen of his iPhone 12 Pro from the perspective of someone who's never done an iPhone repair before.
I genuinely thought this is Apple, they're doing it, it's gonna be easy.
Why is it counting down and beeping so f***ing loud? Sounds nasty.
It does. Check that out, we'll have that linked down below. Sam, he did a great job. He did it, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. And there he goes.
There it goes.
So what exactly are we looking at with all of this stuff? Because it's intimidating, frankly. Like this, we got a big old cranky boy over here. We got a knobby, spinny boy. We got a rolly boy with like a little flippy boy. Like this is a lot of boys.
A lot of boys.
It's too many boys. All right, so the biggest boy here in the middle, this is a device that essentially serves one very specific function, and that is to melt the adhesive that holds the display onto the phone. So essentially how it works is you put your phone in here. You can see that's got a notch cut out here for the cameras. You clamp it shut like that, and then it slides onto the front where it locks in. It heats the phone, and then you lower this knob here, activate the suction cup, and you basically slowly raise it. And then the idea is that it pulls the screen of the phone off. Now, that's a lot. This is a humongous machine for that simple task. And in fact, today's video sponsor, iFixit, has guides for removing the display, and they were able to do it not with this $200 machine, but with a $20 essentially heat pad and a suction cup. So it's definitely arguable as to whether this is actually necessary. So basically then, once you get that done, you remove it here, then you unclamp and remove the iPhone, and then we move it over into this guy. Now, this tool is just a tray. It's milled and anodized aluminum, and if you want to buy this from Apple, that's going to cost you $50. Now, if you thought that last machine was a whole lot for a very simple task, let me introduce you to the Squeezy Boy. Because what you do is put the phone in this tray with the adhesive, and then we get this little tool here, which is basically a little piece of aluminum with cutouts in the exact shape of the adhesive. You put that on the screen, and then you clamp it, and then it counts down for 30 seconds. That's all this machine does, is count down for 30 seconds and apply constant pressure. This is fun, no doubt, but is it $216 of fun? Honestly, maybe. It's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. So then once that's done, theoretically, you've got adhesive that's adhered. However, when Sam and I did this, it didn't honestly really work that well, and the adhesive was still kind of loose. Now, when you get this kit, you get this other device here, which sort of looks like a gallows, if I'm honest, but don't worry about that. This is essentially the battery version of that screen press. You take the tray, you pop it in here, it locks onto this little knob here, and then you lower it down. This is now positioned over the battery, this little roller, and then you can roll back and forth and it pushes the battery down. That's it. It's a rolling pin. This rolling pin costs $115 if you want to buy it. So overall here, we are looking at over $1,000 worth of tools if you wanted to buy them. Now you could say, Luke, why would you want to buy them? Because as I showed you earlier, iFixit has counterparts for pretty much everything. You can replace this with a simple heating pad and a suction cup, or they even have a little clampy tool, which makes things really easy. Now, sure, you could say don't buy the tools, but that also means that you can't use Apple's instruction manuals because they use the tools. So that leaves you using iFixit's instruction manuals, which in my opinion, not just because they sponsored the video and the channel, are better. They're easier to follow, they're something that you could do yourself, and they're also more complete than Apple's. Because Apple didn't change anything from the repair manuals that the Genius Bar uses, there's a lot of stuff that we found that just was missing. It just wasn't there. The instructions mention putting on an ESD strap and attaching it to a properly grounded ESD mat, neither of which are included. And for using the heat press device, they mention using heat gloves, which again are not included.
Oh, these are way better than normal. Dude, this is exactly like the UV glove.
Now, even for something as simple as the screwdrivers, the instructions say to magnetize the bits, but there's no tool for instructions on how to do that.
This one's like half like see how it keeps falling? Bro, this is hell. I mean, living in...
How do you magnetize that?
It doesn't say, it just says to magnetize them. How am I supposed to know how to
does it not? So it comes with magnetizable screwdrivers, but nothing to magnetize them with. This isn't a big deal for Genius Bar employees because all of those tools are there and you're being trained in how to do that. But if you're just you or me, then you're kind of going to be scratching your head at a couple of points in the repair process. What we ended up with was about 4 hours. It was like a 4-hour process.
And we're being conservative.
Yeah. And could it have been faster if we did it again, right? Sure. But it's not any cheaper than going to the Genius Bar. The way we added it up, you pay $269 for the screen. That's $10 less than getting it done at the Genius Bar. But you can get a credit when you return your old, mangled, broken display. So that sounds good, but if you do use these tools, then it ends up being $7 more than going to the Genius Bar. So why would you spend an extra $7 to do all of this inconvenient work? This is not something that any reasonable person would do if they want to get their phone fixed. And Apple phrased it like that. They said, look, this is for tech-savvy people who want to do it themselves. But then they also made it such that if you are a tech-savvy person and you do want to do it yourself, they still don't make it easy and you're not rewarded with a cost saving. I mean, if you think about it, doing this repair is about as expensive as going to the Apple Store, where you're paying not only for the part, but also for the labor. So you're paying Apple for the labor, but you're doing the labor. So to me, the pricing doesn't really make sense. The tools and the instructions don't really make sense. So when it comes to actually doing this repair, let's hear it from the man who did it himself, our now accomplished repair expert, Sam Cole.
Listen, man. I don't ever want to come visit you again. Repairing this iPhone was, I don't know, probably 3.5 hours longer than I thought it would take. Or should take.
Yeah.
To be fair.
To be fair,
It's a lot.
it's 12:53 right now.
In the morning.
If you're like just trying to repair your phone and you order this and Apple ships you 2 Pelican crates, which I cannot get over the fact that they send you this.
2 of these?
That to me screams like, you know what? Fine. Sam, you want to repair your phone?
Yeah.
Fine. Here, you do it yourself. Now, let's see if you complain about the Genius Bar after you do this.
Like,
try it.
And I get it. Like, I get they're like, we want this to be perfect. Because when I finished my repair, listen, it was like the screen looks stock.
It really does. It does. I'll admit it.
So it works. It just takes so long. And I think I ended up spending like the same amount of money as
You
the
spent
Genius
$7
Bar.
more dollars.
Well, I didn't even know that. I thought I'd get to repair it for cheaper. No, they're selling me screens for $200+. It's like, why? Why did they do this? Who should do this? No one.
Yeah.
If you love yourself, don't do this.
The oh no. Oh, we're going down.
Should I hop out now?
Yeah, get out of here.
Thanks, man. YouTube.com/update.
Go back to St. Louis. I think Apple's self-service repair was designed to fail. Designed to show people that Apple is the only viable way to get your phone replaced. And I think that's a shame. But fortunately, it's not the end of the road because iFixit has already had the instructions, the tools, and the parts to do this. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, as usual, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Luke Miani merch store if you wanna support the channel. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.